fantastic news today that the PennEast Pipeline Companies have canceled their project. This is a huge win because Delaware Riverkeeper Network and communities across the region have been battling to stop the frack gas PennEast Pipeline project for years. We knew we would eventually stop them. It was a matter of time, but we got there, right, Pippi? So the PennEast Pipeline project would have had devastating consequences for our river and for our region. First off, it would have resulted in the increased fracking of over 3,000 gas wells in Pennsylvania communities. It would have carved through hundreds of streams and wetlands and private properties and public properties all along its 100 plus mile length, bringing pollution and degradation and devastation all along the way. We would have lost hundreds of acres of forest, just so much damage. And not only would it have inflicted those immediate harms on our environment and communities, but it would have advanced the climate crisis. We are already feeling the devastating consequences of the climate crisis. PennEast would have made it worse. Well, first off, this sends a really powerful message to pipeline companies, to the fracking industry, to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, that people have had it. We are done. We are standing firm and strong to say no to these projects, and we will do whatever we have to stop them. So, and when we stand together, which we're doing, we can be victorious. And we need people across the nation to understand that, right? As long as we stand together, we can defeat these projects. And that's what we did with PennEast. They kept telling us they were going to win. They were going to carve out our natural landscapes for this devastating pipeline project. We said no, we won. So that's really important. And I think that this is sending a powerful message to the industry and to government that people have had it, right? The climate crisis is barreling down upon us. We are standing strong together to say no to fracking, to fossil fuels, and yes to a clean energy future. So I think the real key to turning this back was the fact that the people stood together at every turn, right? We engaged in advocacy, we engaged in litigation, we did citizen science necessary to collect the data and the information to prove that the pipeline company was not just misrepresenting, but frankly, flat out lying about the devastating consequences of their project. I think the fact that we challenged every federal approval of the project, every state approval of the project through our advocacy, and we're willing, wanting, ready, and in fact already were in the courtrooms challenging this project, just made it really clear that there was no place that the PennEast pipeline could turn where they would not meet staunch opposition that would not go away. And eventually the pipeline company rightfully decided to turn around, right, and go home. And that's what we said from the beginning. If you look at these hearings, time and time again, what I said, what the people said is, PennEast, go home. Well, today, PennEast went home. Well, we're victorious today against the PennEast Pipeline Company. Tomorrow, we have to pick up the mantle and keep battling against fracking, the Adelphia pipeline, the Gibbstown LNG export facility, and all the other devastating fracking projects that continue to require our opposition.